Welcome back. Today we're doing a deep dive into a really popular entry-level drone that a lot of people are talking about.
Yeah, we've gone through a ton of reviews on the NAFYRE N11 Pro, and our mission really is to figure out if it's actually a good deal for a beginner.
Right, to get past the marketing claims and see what it's actually like to, fly it around.
Exactly. What's the real consumer value here for someone who's just starting out and doesn't want to spend a fortune?
Okay, so let's get right into it. The design seems pretty standard for this class. Foldable, lightweight.
Which is a huge plus. It makes it so much more portable. You can just throw it in a backpack and go.
But the really crucial part for a novice is the stability, isn't it? How it just stays in the air.
Oh, absolutely. And that's where the tech comes in. It's got this combination of GPS and optical flow
What
sensors.
does that actually mean for someone flying it for the first time?
It means the drone just hovers. It holds its position without you constantly having to adjust the controls. That one feature probably eliminates like 90% of the initial stress.
That's a big deal. And it has those smart flight modes too, like follow me in orbit mode. Do they? Do
Yeah.
they actually work on a drone this cheap?
Surprisingly, yeah. The reviewers said they were pretty reliable. The return to home feature, which is the big safety net, seems to work well.
Okay, so the beginner-friendly features are solid, but there's always a trade-off, isn't there?
There is, and it's exactly where you'd expect it to be. It's the camera and the range.
Ah, of course. I saw 4K advertised for photos and HD for the video. That always makes me a bit skeptical on a budget model.
And you should be. The photos are, technically 4K resolution, but the video is where reality kicks in.
So it's not cinematic, I'm guessing.
Not at all. The footage is decent. I mean, it's fine if you're in bright daylight, but the core problem is that it doesn't have a mechanical gimbal.
It's all electronic stabilization.
Right. Yes. Which means the software is cropping the image to keep it steady. You lose that buttery smooth look you get from more expensive drones.
So it's more like good social media quality than something you'd use for a serious project.
Think of it like a high-quality dash cam. It captures the moment, but it's not going to win any film awards.
I see. And what about the range? Does it actually fly as far as they claim?
Not quite. The user reviews pretty consistently say the control range and especially the video feeds start to drop out a bit sooner than the marketing promises.
And there are a few other little quirks, right? Like the GPS lock, taking a while.
Yeah, sometimes you have to wait a minute for it to find the satellites, and the app can be a little fussy now and then, but those are minor things when you look at the one area where this drone absolutely shines.
Let me guess. The batteries.
The batteries. This is the standout feature, hands down. It ships with 3 of them.
3. That's a lot. How much flight time are we talking about per battery?
Roughly 20 to 30 minutes each, so you're looking at over an hour of total flying time right out of the box if you swap them.
That's incredible. That changes everything for a beginner who just wants to practice.
It really does, and the build itself is pretty good for the price. It has brushless motors, so it's quieter and smoother than older, cheaper models.
But it's still a plastic body, right? It's not going to survive a really bad crash.
No, it's lightweight plastic, so you still have to be careful. But if you connect all the dots, you're getting a really solid, easy-to-fly package that prioritizes airtime over everything else.
So to sum it all up for someone thinking about buying this, the 2 main takeaways seem pretty clear. One, for beginner, you're getting fantastic stability and a massive amount of flight time, which is exactly what you need.
Right.
And 2, you just have to be realistic. The camera and the range are where the compromises were made to hit that price point.
Exactly. And that actually brings up a really interesting final thought for you to consider. We know the biggest frustration for new flyers is having a flight session end after just, 10 or 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's barely enough time to get comfortable.
So how much does including 3 batteries giving you over an hour in the air fundamentally change the entire value proposition for a casual user? Especially if they care more about the experience of flying than they do about chasing perfect high-resolution video.